Alright, y'all. Today I just wanted to get out something kind of quick, just to say be careful this month. If you are going to a Pride event, please be safe. If you are just existing as a gay person in this country in a red area, please be safe. Do whatever you can to ensure your safety first and foremost. The most right-leaning of this country, and even some of the less right-leaning, but still to the right, the entire right has made it out for you. They want you gone. They want you to either suppress yourself for your whole entire life, or ideally, they want you to just not be around anymore. They want you to die. Either they're going to legislate you out of existence, or they're going to put you in a camp. Whichever one they can do first. And it's really a shame to see some people kind of deny this. I've seen some people call this alarmism, which frankly I don't believe it is. I think a lot of reasonable people, a lot of reasonable leftists would agree with me that saying that Republicans are gearing up for a purge on LGBT people is not alarmism. I firmly believe that that is a real thing that will happen sometime soon if Republicans are given any sort of power. And what can we do in the long term? Well, obviously, there is the easiest solution as a gay person. You can flee. You can move to a blue state, and then if Republicans get power over the federal government, like we see in the Supreme Court, you might have to flee the country, depending on who's president. If we are in a Ron DeSantis presidency, update your passport beforehand, have plans. If you have any foreign family, reach out to them. If you have maybe a foreign friend or any sort of ties to any sort of maybe more blue country, or even maybe a slightly less red country that is somewhat sane about LGBT people, reach out to that friend. Ask if you can maybe, worst case scenario, chill at their place for a while you get back on your feet in your new home. We live in an era where, once again, gay people find themselves under constant fire for no reason whatsoever, and I think people denying this are incredibly naive or just are not looking up. We constantly see this attack on gay people happening right in front of us. And when I say gay people, I don't necessarily mean gay as in the literal sense. I'm kind of enveloping the whole LGBT identities within that term gay. But we have seen a stark rise of anti-gay hate crimes, of anti-gay legislation, anti-trans legislation, anti-trans hate crimes, etc., etc., etc. We have seen this spike massively lately. And I think it would be stupid to not have some kind of plan, not have some kind of backup that you can just go to, worst case scenario happens. I think it is a smart idea, whether you are trans. Well, first off, if you are trans, have a backup plan right this second. I strongly recommend that if you are a trans person in this country, that you have a backup plan, especially a foreign backup plan. But if you are trans, gay, bi, etc., 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 start gearing up for a backup plan. I don't want this to be a dark time, but we have to face the reality that this Pride Month, LGBT people will be enduring hate crimes constantly. And when I say constantly, I don't mean like every single day, hopefully not. I mean like maybe once a week or so, maybe a little more than that. And what the right will do is they will either deny it if they are smart, or they will support it if they are honest. We all know that the right agrees with these hate crimes. It's why they don't try anything to legislate anti-hate crime bills or progressive bills that are based on equality. It's why they don't try to do this. It's because they are pro-hate crime and anti-you living. Simple as that. I hate people giving charitability to establishment Republicans If they could have done it earlier, they would have. But now they are allowed to be so incredibly mask off that they can do this now. It's not a new guard versus old guard thing. It is not an establishment versus Trump Republican thing. It is a Republican thing. It is a mainstream Republican Party belief. And when I say Republican Party, I mean the people that get voted in. I don't necessarily mean the voters. However, there are a good bit of voters who are openly homophobic, but I don't necessarily mean them. It is a mainstream Republican belief that gay people are just gross. And that's really as simple as it is. We can, however, be hopeful. Republicans have been losing big. They barely won in an election they were expected to have a landslide in. They lost in the midterms, I believe, overall. They've been losing back to back to back to back, or they've been closer to losing than ever in red areas, and that is a good sign of things to come. However, we might not get to see things have come. When I say we, I mean Americans. We have political fascists running in this country, such as Ron DeSantis. And as much as I don't believe DeSantis will ever be president, we have to prepare for the event that he could be, and we have to acknowledge that he can be president theoretically. While the term can is pulling a lot of weight here, I still think it is very smart to realize that, of course, he, in some reality, can be president. We're not talking about some third-party candidate here that'll get maybe 3 votes. We're talking about the guy that the GOP is, by and large, backing monetarily. They've gone off Trump because he's too much of a wild card and will do whatever he said and will do whatever the people that clap the most want him to do. So they've gone off him because he's not principled fascist enough, and they've moved to DeSantis. This gives them access to a fuck ton of money. A lot of money. This is a really bad thing, obviously. The sooner that we can vote out DeSantis, we can ensure a Democrat victory, the sooner we get temporary safety. And when I say temporary, I mean for the next 4 years. Until, again, the next 4 years. Until, again, the next 4 years. But in a DeSantis presidency, I honestly don't know if there will be another 4 years to where we can vote. I honestly 100%, well not 100%, but 75% believe that in a DeSantis presidency, the American Constitution will be thrown away. Everything that we fought for 200 years of being American will be thrown away in honor of these super lame culture war fucking loser ideology stuff. It will be thrown away for fascism. It will be thrown away for Nazism. It will be thrown away for homophobia. It will be thrown away for xenophobia, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm deeply sorry for being so dim this video. Remember, it's Pride Month. Have fun. Be safe. If you feel that something is off, do not be scared to call the police. Inform your local authorities. Do not be scared to. I know, but I'm anti-cop. Okay. You still should call the police when somebody is threatening your life. You still should call the police when there is a person who looks very fishy with a large assault rifle. You should call the police when you feel in danger. That is why they are at Pride rallies, to help people when they feel in danger. But no cops at Pride. You're stupid. If you believe in no cops at Pride, you are insanely dumb. You need to rethink a lot of things if you believe no cops should be at Pride. They are there to, 1, keep you safe, and 2, to block off streets so people don't try and run you over with their cars, because there are people who will and have done that. Please be safe at Pride. Have fun. Remember, just if somebody's fishy, let the authorities know. Don't try to take it into your own hands. Don't try to do vigilante justice. Don't try to attack them. Call the authorities if you feel fishy, if you feel that somebody is not supposed to be there, or if somebody has malicious intent. Call the authorities. Do not put this into your own hands. Put this into their hands. It is their job. And I know sometimes, a lot of the times, they choose not to do it. But at the end of the day, it is better in a cop's hands than yours. I would rather have a cop dying than an innocent gay person being lynched, to keep it completely honest with you. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on that one. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed Pride Month. I hope this video didn't come off as too dim. Even though it was pretty dim, I feel like most of my concerns are pretty warranted. Yeah, I hope y'all have fun this month, and bye.